Hello guys, let's go back to the paper Machine Learning That Matters and finish this paper. We wanted to come up with good ideas about my thesis. After reading this paper, it seems that this paper is not focused on recommender system. We found this paper from another paper about recommender system. It was cited, but now that I'm reading it, even though it's a very good paper, it has very good critics about how machine learning should be, and it should be focused on impact, but it is not giving us much information about recommender system. So I just want to go over it very fast, even though it has beautiful comments on the area of mental masturbation. I think its comments are very good about mental masturbation. I may stop by and read them for us. All right, I'm in the middle of it. Last time we had some of it, and I praised the paper enough already. Then the next, okay, that's good. This paragraph, section 5, is talking about obstacles to ML impact. So what are the obstacles? And you know that obstacle is the way. Let us imagine a machine learning researcher who is motivated to tackle problems of widespread interest and impact. Dude, you cannot imagine me. But let's imagine. What obstacles to success can we foresee? There is no obstacle for success, man. Success is here. It's here. Can we set about eliminating them in advance? No. Why should you eliminate them in advance? Go for the problem, and if they showed up, just eliminate them after advance, not in advance. Jargon. Oh, this jargon, this issue is endemic. Endemic, what does that mean? To all specialized research fields. Endemic. Like epidemic? Is it like that? Of a disease regularly occurring within an area or community. What is versus epidemic? Endemic, pandemic. Wait, was COVID endemic, pandemic, epidemic? Okay, endemic is restricted to a region or area and it's manageable. An endemic disease becomes an epidemic when the number of people who are infected rises above levels that would be expected. What is pandemic then? Okay, it's about the rate of the spread. Difference between epidemic and a pandemic isn't in the severity of the disease, but the degree to which it has spread. So severe is not the degree to which it has spread. A pandemic cuts across international boundaries. COVID was pandemic, as opposed to regional epidemics. All right, pandemic is like pansexual, right? I guess pan means like whatever, everyone, it takes over everything. Panorama, huh? It should be Greek. I bet you pan is Greek. Fry pan in Greek. Pan in Greek mythology, a fertility deity, more or less multiple meaning, pasturer, all, a common association related to. All right. Okay, so it is endemic. It's not pandemic. It's not epidemic, but she decided it is endemic. And feature extraction, bias variance trade-off. Kernel method. These are all basic concepts within ML that create conceptual barriers when used glibly to communicate with others. What is glibly? Dude, I want to finish it in 20 minutes, so I don't go thoughtlessly or superficially with part and already. Fuck that, who cares? This is the risk, this is the complexity, this is the conclusion. Yeah, that's it. Dude, she didn't even... Okay, this paper was amazing. Okay, let's read these parts. I say 20 minutes is worth it. It's not about the recommender system, but I tell you what it is about. It is about our long-term project. So, first on the jargon, we use them glibly to communicate with others. Don't do that, guys. Don't use words and terms glibly. Terminology can serve, like power in physics, right? When you use power in physics, but in real life, power can have different meaning. Terminology can serve as a barrier, not just for domain experts and the general public, but even between closely related fields such as ML and statistics. Super important, I agree. So she gives also solutions, like use more general terms. Feature extraction can be termed representation. Variance can be instability. All right. Risk. Okay, it says even when machine learning, the risk, now we can have machine learning algorithms that outperform human beings, but the question is that they still have their own failures or mistakes, and we don't know when do they make the mistakes. Maybe they are making the mistakes at a very critical point. That's good to know. Complexity. Okay, it says other fields cannot easily use machine learning. It's not a tool yet. You know, still you need to have a good knowledge of machine learning in order to apply to other majors. So I guess it's suggesting that make ML more simple so that everybody can use it. And she says the attempts to do so often fails due to lack of knowledge about how to phrase the problem in other languages. Okay, for this reason, it has been said that ML solutions come packaged in a PhD. That's fine, right? You should have a PhD to understand an ML. That's not good. Whereas the sophistication, it's like uh, who is the guy? Christopher Nolan's movies. You are going to watch a movie, dude. Make the movie understandable. Alright, you should say whatever you want to say, but also it should be easy for other people to understand too. That is, it requires the sophistication of a graduate student or beyond. Dude, I'm very sophisticated. And I still don't know machine learning. Dude, or beyond. Actually, that was what my friend told me after watching Tenet. He said, dude, I have a PhD and I couldn't understand him. Like, he had a PhD in electrical engineering. Who should understand the movie? Yo, motherfucker. After, like, you had great movies, but doesn't mean that now we are just whatever you make. Oh, he's Christopher Nolan. No, you are Christopher Nolan because you made good movies. You got your credit from those movies. Now, if you make movies that we don't understand or it's difficult to understand for us, it doesn't mean that we are dumb. You suck, bitch, because you couldn't tell us what's up. You got your credit, you will lose your credit too. Alright, that is, it requires the sophistication of a graduate student or beyond 6 real problems, and that same PhD is needed to maintain and update the system after its deployment. It's evident that this strategy does not scale to the goal of widespread ML impact. We want to have ML like a calculator. Everybody should be able to use it. I agree. Simplifying, maturing, and robustifying ML algorithm and tools, while itself an abstract activity, can help erode this obstacle. I like that. But how? Dude, okay. These are the problems. Everybody knows these are the problems. Did you attack them in your next papers, or you're just writing okay? Offers I don't agree with the conclusion. She says we offered useful ways to approach problems. I don't know. You showed us the problems within machine learning that needs to be addressed, but you didn't bring us solutions. All right, I think that's it. I read this paper. It was a very good paper. I feel it's a paper that everybody can read. You don't need to have a PhD. It's just very good. It gives you good insight, especially if you're at the beginning of your research. But we are done with it. I don't want to keep it even. Let's go back to the paper. Recommender systems, past, present, and future. However, even though it was not a good paper, I want to write it down that I did it, because after 2 weeks I come back and I read bunch of papers and I say, oh, and I don't, okay, it's something we don't know. We may read 10 papers and there is nothing in it that can be useful to us for my thesis. And if I don't record that I read these papers, I say, okay, 6 weeks passed and I did nothing. That is not true. You read the stuff that he didn't have no use. It's not that you didn't do nothing and then I blame myself. It's not me. It's just we read papers, they had no use. So I will add them here and I will celebrate and cherish that we read this paper. We put time, we put energy on this paper. It was not useful to us. I think still there is some point in it. We will go after another paper. I say Albert Einstein, right? No, who was the other guy? Thompson? Edison. Everybody says he invented the lamp, but he himself said, oh no, I am also the person who had like 6,000 failure until I found the lamp. Was he like, oh, I did nothing? No, he did those 6,000 to finally find the way to invent the lamp. So I think I should write it down that I did this job, so that later I do not forget that and then tell myself, oh, I did nothing. I did stuff. All right. PhD is a long-term project, so you cannot get the reward right away sometimes. Recommenders. Machine learning that matters. I will write down good read, but not related to recommender systems and what we are looking for. All right, this is one thing. Also, I have in my thesis file, I created a part that I write down the actions I do for the week, the actions I take for the week. So every week I say, okay, these are the actions I want to take. And I also have another list of the actions I took. And once I complete those tasks, or even do 80% of it, I will be really happy. And hopefully, taking these actions will lead us to a good thesis. Recommenders, no, what was the subject? If you remember, put it here in the comments. But it was recommender, machine learning that matters. That matters. Machine learning that matters. That matters. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep mental masturbating, guys. Keep mental pinky